Hey friends, and welcome back to Risa Plays Bad End. Let's just get into it. We're playing Bad End in Bad End. I've been thinking while I lay in bed. Why am I being attacked? Was it because I'm screwing around with guys and invoking their wrath? I kept going over it in my head. The logic is really a long stretch. But I've done this to myself and caused someone to hold a grudge for playing with their heart. I deserved it, didn't I? No. If this was a hit slasher movie, it would probably be heavily chopped apart by critics. After all, it can attack me anywhere at any time, it feels like. It must really hate me. Something just came to mind. Since I'm staying indoors, does that guarantee I'll be safe? Let's think about this. The situation I was in while being attacked. I was on my way home from the convenience store in the middle of the night. The next incident was at the Tencho Shrine while having the exorcism performed. The most recent attack was on the roof of the school. One thing was common in all these circumstances. Kana was present at each. No way. Kana's my best friend, but even best friends are apart for some length of time during a single day. However, each time I was attacked by the cursed shadow, Kana was with me. Is this just a huge coincidence, or is Kana the cursed shadow? Kana says. How could I be that stupid? Out of all things, I placed doubt upon Kana based on the circumstantial evidence. I haven't done anything to Kana in the first place for her to hold a grudge against me. Okay, I need to remain calm. Kana can't be responsible for all this. It's a matter of fact. I believe in Kana. Okay, let's just meet up and talk about some new cosmetic techniques I learned on the internet and practice on each other. I sent Kana an email and she was happy to come over. I haven't been in this room in a while. Come in, make yourself at home. I want to get closer to Kana from now on. Boys can't wait. So, you had a change of heart and turned over a new leaf? Yes, I took your advice and decided it's for the best. Oh, this was probably the right choice. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. Then, maybe not. A tingling chill sensation shot up my back. Nope. I thought maybe if you, distract Kana by deciding to, befriend her completely, she might, forgive you. But maybe not. Maybe you do have to find out the truth. I turned to look behind me and was stiff with shock. Why? Why did it appear? No. Hey, Coco, what's wrong? Hehe. Despite what's going on, Kana remained completely composed. And this entire time, she's been so calm. Coco's the only one freaking out about it. The truth is clear. Kana, it was you? Ooh. The cursed shadow materialized into the air and covered my whole body. There was nowhere to escape. The dark shroud of fog swallowed me. So it was Kana all along. I couldn't do anything to stop it. Why does Kana want to murder me? The answer never became clear, as my life was ended all too soon. Bad end. Shit! I totally screwed up. I stared at the mobile screen in shock. The culprit was Mihashi all along. It had to be. Even though I made it this far, I'm going to die? No goddamned way. There's no way I'm going to get killed. The moment I decided to dash from the room. It appeared. Is this the bringer of death that's murdering all the other players who made the wrong choices? Looks exactly like the cursed shadow creature that appears in the game. So that means... Mihashi? How dare you? How dare you murder me? What the hell is this about? The moment I started contemplating it, I was shrouded in darkness. As my consciousness faded, I thought to myself, murder me? Is this part of the plot of the scenario? Then this is actually Iwasaki, the product of Iwasaki's grudge. The pretty Iwasaki turned out to be such a terrible existence, then my consciousness faded forever. The curse was passed on. Ending number 11, Bad End 7. Boop. 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 Is Kana the cursed shadow? I want to be totally mistaken, but the doubt I harbored didn't disappear in the slightest. The only way to find out is to meet up with Kana. I should confirm it by meeting her alone in a place with very few people. This room, for example. But how'll I escape if she happens to be the cursed shadow? I'll call Akira to come as well. Akira is Kana's boyfriend. He'll be able to do something if Kana, in fact, is the cursed shadow. Okay. I decide to send Akira a text. What, tell him to hide in the next room until she screams or something? Fortunately, he was able to make time to come, and even better was that he wasn't with Kana at the present. Wow, so this is your room, huh? You're no stranger to girls' rooms, are you? I have to admit, this room is very similar to Kana's. But is it okay to talk alone like this? Well, I told him I needed to talk urgently and made something up. He mentioned meeting at the restaurant, which was reasonable, but it wouldn't be ideal for what I had in mind. I actually needed to have a serious discussion with you. Eh? I'm going to call Kana to come over as well. This is not a laughing matter. It might not be pretty, I'm just warning you. I didn't try to sugarcoat it. I need you to wait in the guest room next door. You should be able to hear our conversation through the walls. And if the conversation starts to get out of hand, I want you to intervene. You two may have an argument. Why? For starters, is there anything I need to know about? Are you guys in trouble? I don't have time to go into details. Just please say you'll help me out. Okay, I'll do it. I just wish I understood what this is about. Thanks. With everything planned out, all I had to do was call Kana. Then Kana came. It's been such a long time since I've been in this room. Make yourself at home. Kana and I sit down facing each other. Akira should be able to overhear our conversation from the room next door. I speak a bit louder to make sure of it. I wanted to talk to you about that cursed shadow thing. The thing that keeps attacking me. Well, I think it'll stop if you stop screwing around with guys' heads. I didn't like where this was going. I decided to get straight to the point. You're really the cursed shadow, aren't you? What? I backed up my assertion with the fact that she was present each time I was attacked. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize a million times. I'm just trying to rule out every possibility. Kana? Kana burst out laughing. Maybe I'm completely off the mark. But her laugh. So it was you. I finally revealed this truth. Whoa. Something akin to fog erupts from Kana's body, and it materializes into the cursed shadow. So, you finally found me out. Kana, are you seriously responsible for all this? Hey, Coco, what's going on? Whoops, wrong voice. Akira yelled desperately through the walls. It seems he's not liking what he's hearing. What is this? Akira, why? As expected, as soon as Akira appeared, her attitude disappeared. I see. You wanted Akira to protect you, right? This was your plan from the start. What does it all mean? Why are you after me? What did I do to you to deserve this? What did I do, you say? In spite of trying to steal my boyfriend. Eh? This is a big reason for my grudge. You took away my Akira. I can't forgive you for that. Eh? Eh? Took away from you? What do you mean? This doesn't make any sense. But Akira, you are my lover. I'm never going to let Coco have you. Kana unleashes the cursed shadow on me. I hoped that Shinjo would catch her in time, but the shadow is just too fast. See you soon. What did she mean? What was she implying by that? I hadn't a clue. I fainted on the spot, unable to process everything that happened so quickly. To be continued. What? What? Who? What the hell? I stared dumbstruck at the text "to be continued" on the screen. The screen displayed this text for another 5 seconds, then faded and saved. To be continued? Does that mean I didn't beat it yet? The scenario seems to have reached a conclusion yet. I figured this was it, and I would get all the answers, but it seems I was mistaken. I had a chime from my phone and checked my email. I was shocked by what I read. The truth will be revealed tonight at midnight. Eh? An image of a map was attached to the email. The map was of the town where Iwasaki and Mihashi are living. The town setting in Bad End. Also, a certain spot had been marked on the map. At midnight. Is it saying to go there at midnight? Haha, see you soon. Mihashi had said it right before the game session ended. So that means the truth isn't revealed in the game itself. So the mystery will be solved in the real world. Only the player who survived up until this point is given a chance to know the truth. Anyway, I made it to the end. This is reason enough to be proud. The game that's killed all those players, and I cleared it. However, Mihashi was really behind the whole damn incident. Mihashi completely misunderstood the relationship between Iwasaki and her lover. That's where it all began. She was involved in an accident due to a misunderstanding and rendered comatose. This caused her to haunt Iwasaki and drove her into an accident as well. On top of that, Mihashi made the game Bad End just for this reason. She did this to make Iwasaki suffer. I was sure I had all the facts right. It's not conclusive, but still. I'll get her to tell me everything. Most of all, I want to know why those people and my best friend had to die. Why did Yuji have to die? I wanted to know the truth, and why he was possessed to play this twisted game. I must go to the spot on the map and find out. I have to tell Shijo about this. As shocking as it'll be, I have to tell him straight out. I called up Shijo. What happened? I talked about the fact that I cleared Bad End and backed up my reasoning with concrete details. Well, that's unfortunate. Upon Shijo hearing the news, his voice became sulky. Can I come over tonight? Kana will come, won't she? Most likely, yes. I think something like a shadow will appear. It'll come out of Mihashi's body. I need to talk to Kana, please. I have to. I was going to ask if you could join me anyways. I could use your help. Thank you. After the revelation was revealed, I hung up with Shijo. For now, I need to calm down. I'll put an end to all this come midnight. I must prepare myself, physically and mentally. Water. Water is good. I met up with Shijo and we went to the place marked on the map. It's a playground. The only sounds heard were our own footsteps. Ooh, let's swing on the swings. We finally made it to the appointed place. Is it right here? Yeah. It ended up being a deserted park illuminated slightly by nearby lampposts. Seems nobody will be disturbed by whatever ends up happening. It's about 5 minutes until midnight. It's almost time. Is Kana really the one behind this whole thing? I couldn't possibly imagine it. But it's the truth. You can't deny it. You mentioned on the way over here, your best friend was killed by this game, right? Yes. I'm almost positive that was the case. He probably made a mistake early on in the game. I told Shijo about my main concern for finding out the mystery and why I was putting my neck on the line to beat this game. Hearing about how I lost my best friend, Akira responded with a sad expression. Even though it brought back an emotional memory, it wasn't Akira's fault because he didn't know. So, what do you think about Kana? I mean, being in the hospital in a coma. Will you still visit her if she remains that way? It's true that Mihashi misunderstood everything from the beginning, and the coma stemmed from it. While she misunderstood, it doesn't excuse what she did. Although I haven't heard it from her yet, I'm fairly certain it's the truth. Shijo naturally wants to protect Mihashi. I would like to think that tonight will end on a happy note, but I'm not sure what's going to happen. Yeah. Do you think it'd be a good idea if you watched from behind cover? Why? In case I was suddenly attacked. in case you can get away in time. I couldn't leave you behind. Please, just listen to me. I don't want both of us to die. No more sacrifices in vain. It can't be helped. I'll do as you say. Shijo took cover behind a bush, like I asked. Why not in this thing? This looks fun. I glanced at my wristwatch. It's almost midnight. And the time was midnight on the dot. I took a deep breath and called out in a raised voice. Mihashi, are you there? If you're here, come out. My voice echoed throughout the night. Then I felt a slight presence. A form blacker than the night sky appeared before me. It was identical to the cursed shadow that appeared in Bad End, the one responsible for Yuji's death. Finally, I meet you at last. You're surely behind this twisted game. I knew I was right. I said this bravely for someone who wasn't armed. I'm sure if I attacked it in any way, it wouldn't hurt the thing at all. Whatever may happen, fighting probably isn't an option. Will I make it out of this alive? It's not looking good, but I have to know the truth. I made it to the spot that you said. Now start talking. I want to know everything. Although I probably have a good idea of what's happening. Really? Odd. Is it truly surprised by this? There's no way you can understand. What do you know about me? I take the initiative and explain what I know. I'll tell you exactly what you've done wrong and are accountable for. I'll tell you about the tragedy that you caused. Mihashi paused for a moment to let it sink in. Ooh. Akira is a lover, my one and only. Koko, how dare you betray me? It's all a misunderstanding. Shijo couldn't take it anymore and sprung from his hiding place. Kana. Oh, Akira. My darling Akira. Akira, my Akira. This is all a misunderstanding. Kana, I could never abandon you. The only time I could talk was at that time. And Koko was the only person I could think of. Because I love you, I couldn't tell you about the meeting. It would have hurt too much. Please believe me, Kana. Then Mihashi began to tremor intensely. Whoa, the colors changed. Space around her became warped. What was just a dark shadow slowly took shape in the form of a woman. Holy fuck! I was not expecting that. Holy fucking Christ. The next moment the words from Mihashi came out with a blood-curdling scream. I don't believe you! People are upstairs. I don't want to scream right now. Kana, you... This thing is one and the same as the original Mihashi. Even all this time after the accident, all the negative feelings pent up have gone out of control. The result is this evil being that stands before us. Koko betrayed me! She's nothing but a slut! Is that the real reason? Because Koko is a man-eater. To look down upon her. Yes, Koko is that type of human. You haven't answered any of my questions. Why did you kill the other players? You had no right to do so. I'm trapped. I'm trapping Koko's soul into the game. She'll never get out. The truth is, whenever someone dies as a result of a bad end, Koko's soul bears the brunt of it with dire consequences. She's punished for their mistakes. Then Koko bears a grudge against the player, and she in turn murders that person. This was the whole purpose of my game, but I'm the one that actually killed them. How could you do such a selfish thing? The player's last thoughts before they died was, it was Koko. She was the monster. Then I showed the entirety of what was transpired to Koko's soul, and she would break down crying. Everything was meant to torment Koko. I see now. I knew that there had to be a bigger reason for this whole plot, but did Yuji have to die because of this demon's selfish acts? Kana, Please, you've done enough. No more, please. How do we wake Kana and Koko? Tell us. That's not possible. What? The title of this game is Bad End, so that means there's no happy endings. You can't be serious. Damn it, stop messing around. All your hopes just got dashed into despair. Now die! An overwhelming darkness races at us like a rapid beast. This is it. I'm done for. I'm no match for it even if I resist. I'm going to die here. Damn, I'm too young to die. I want to shout this, but it all seems so hopeless. If anything, it felt good to die knowing how Yuji was killed. You've done well, Kyuhei. Eh? I want to imagine that was Yuji. What are they? Shijo screamed and edged back. Then... Holy shit! It's Yuji and the others that were killed by her. The area around Mihashi started changing. Something it obviously didn't like. Wait, those are... Kyuhei! That voice! Yuji! Is that you? We've been waiting all this time to fight back against the one who murdered us. Ah, I won't forgive you. I won't forgive you. Die, die, die. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'll shred you into teeny tiny pieces. They are the souls of the dead people killed by Bad End. They must be seeking revenge. They've held grudges for too long. Karma is a bitch. Stop it! Mihashi struggles and tries to resist desperately, but the souls of the dead people persist and keep at Mihashi's body, slowly cutting her down. Help! Help! Akira! Shijo is aghast at the scene playing out before him, but he gritted his teeth and shouted, The only one who I'm going to help is the real Kana in the hospital. You're the reason that Kana is suffering through this nightmare. Just die already. No, you're wrong. It's me, Kana. The real Kana. I'm right here. Phew. An unintelligible string of words erupted from Mihashi in a death cry. Then she vanished. The souls of the dead people had vanished as well. Yuji. Even though I call out to him, I can't hear his voice. Did he pass to the afterlife? Is he resting in peace? Seems that now I can finally pray that his soul may rest in peace for eternity. About Kana and Koko, yeah, they're probably free from the curse. That evil spirit was truly terrified. I'm still shaking by the whole thing. I agree, it was all totally unbelievable. They even came to me in my dreams, urging me to keep playing Bad End. At one time, though, I thought they were haunting and cursing me. But that assumption was quickly laid to rest. They were wishing to be freed from the curse as well. It's finally over. Let's go check on them. It's very late now. It'll soon be dawn. All right. I opened the mobile phone to have a look. Then I watched as the Bad End icon slowly dissolved from the screen. It was as though I never downloaded it at all. Boop! Morning eventually came, without me sleeping a wink. I laid out of school again, and met Shijo in front of the hospital. Hi, good morning. Good morning. You couldn't sleep either, huh? You look like a zombie. Besides the restlessness, his eyes were glimmering with anticipation. I've waited for this day to come. It's truly a miracle in itself. I was informed before coming that Kana and Koko have awakened. All right! Shijo and I made our way into the hospital and went through the same procedure as last time. We were finally called on to visit Mihashi's room. Kana. Akira. Mihashi, who was placid and pale, stared at her boyfriend from her bed. Thank you for coming. Hey, that's my line. I've waited so long for you to wake up. Her eyes catch my face incidentally. Who's that guy? It seems she doesn't remember anything about the incident. He's a good friend of mine. He was really worried about you too. Shijo gestures to follow his lead. I nodded in silence. So what were you about to say? It looked like you were going to say something. What I was going to tell you about what happened, it was all a misunderstanding. Of course, I know that. There's no way you'd betray me like that. Coco wouldn't do that. She wouldn't betray me. Mihashi's eyes started to get moist, then tears rolled down her cheeks. I was filled with selfishness after the accident and caused so much trouble. No, it's okay, it's over now. Will you hear me out? I had a very scary dream. I was frozen in place. Mihashi's scary dream. What kind of dream did you have? Mihashi gave an apologetic expression with tear-streaked eyes. In my dream, I had become a terrible monster. Though I don't remember it in detail, it was very disturbing. I was so scared. I believe a large number of people died because of me. If word of this got around, there'd be no way anyone else would believe it. But what she described is exactly what happened in Bad End. Mihashi's misplaced wrath was responsible for the murder of a large number of people due to that game. Please, it was a dream. Tell me it was all just a dream. Of course it was. Shijo made eye contact with me as to follow along. I nodded again. The visiting hours finally ended and we had to leave. Shijo spoke up. We didn't get to check on Coco yet. I'm sorry, but I know. It's for the best. I don't mean to hold a grudge against her for what happened. It was all a series of misfortunes. Thank you so much for understanding. It means a great deal to me. Thank you again. Come on, let's go check on Coco. Yay! Let's check on Coco. Akira! Hi, long time no see. Coco Iwasaki. I immediately recognized her from the game. She was just as pretty as in the game. My heart started throbbing unintentionally. Did you skip out on classes just to come see me? I heard that Kana had awakened. There was no way anything could have stopped me from coming right away. Kana too. I knew it. Knew what? Maybe she. You never stayed in contact, have you? You said you didn't see her since childhood, right? Wait, what? What? Well, yeah, that's right. Speaking of which, I explained that I'm actually a friend of Iwasaki. This was awkward. What should I do to make sense of this? Kyuhei Inui. So you remembered? Yes, I remember it all. That's good to hear. Shijo is actually misunderstanding a bit. She remembers that he was the player. In actuality, Iwasaki and I aren't acquaintances at all. Iwasaki is remembering the event from Bad End, unlike Mihashi. Listen, I want to be alone with Inoue for a moment. Alright, so you two are pretty close, huh? Possibly you two kept a promise for the future? With that remark, Shijo left the room. Thank you for your help. So you didn't forget what happened in the events of Bad End? Yes. Unfortunately, I remember it all. For several months I was tormented beyond anything you could imagine. My soul was torn from my body by that game, and I could only sit and helplessly watch. Every time a player killed me in the game, I felt intense pain. Then, the wrath of Kana's spirit attacked the player. The player mistook it for me holding a grudge and, as a result, was killed. I was in so much pain. It's just as the shadow had said. Iwasaki had suffered so much pain and torment. But then help came. You decided to play the game and saved my life. The truth is, I played the game because I wanted to know what killed my best friend. No matter what the risk was, I needed to know. You persevered till the end and helped me. Thank you so much. Iwasaki laughed calmly. Her smile immediately set me at ease. But there's still something I needed to ask her. Do you have any resentment towards Mihashi? No. Kana was not the one responsible for tormenting me. I had fallen victim to someone's bad intentions by pure chance. That's actually a relief. It seems she doesn't remember that detail of bad end. It's probably for the best to keep the secret to myself. I don't hold a grudge against her for what happened. Okay. Phew. So with that, everything is settled. So I guess my business here is done. I guess I'll say goodbye to Iwasaki. For some reason, I feel a deep sense of longing, a sense of loneliness. Loneliness. Listen, Inui. Will you come visit me again? Huh? What did she just say? Just like Kana and her boyfriend, I want someone to be with. Someone to visit me and spend time with me and talk to. That would truly make me happy. I see. Captivated by her beauty, there was no way I could decline. Then I suddenly recall, if a player had cleared bad end, there was a reward waiting at the end. Is Coco supposed to be the reward? You won the love of a pure maiden. Fucking Christ. Maybe this is what that meant after all, the incentive for players to play the game. But I have never imagined the reward would be in this form. Jeez. Then sometime later, you seem to be in high spirits lately. Oh, I'm finally dating. What? Name's face registered shock that I'd never seen him do before. Why are you surprised? There's still some good guys left, you know? I see, so you finally let it go. Yuji's circumstances and all. Oh, it was really good. I really owe you a lot. Thank you. Owe me? What did I do? It was due to Kaname that I was able to make initial contact with her. He had seen how depressed I was and invited me out for sweets. Without that, I might not have found out the truth. Right! So I was able to track her down quicker than expected. Kyuhei! Hey, Coco. It was only until recently that I started using an informal way of addressing her. I now call her by her first name, Coco. Everywhere we went, everyone immediately knew we were a pair. How's your body feeling? It's doing better. I can go out much longer due to my strength coming back. In the hospital, her muscles had atrophied to the point where she couldn't even stand up. With rehabilitation, her strength slowly returned. For the past week when she was finally able to walk, the past week is when she was finally able to walk again. Shijo insists that Coco is still immature, but I think the whole experience changed her. In my opinion, I think it's made her a bit more assertive, which is a plus. It helps her self-esteem. Kana and Akira seem to be going steady now as well. Yeah, I agree. Shall we go on a double date one of these days? You know, that's not such a bad idea. Kanami Hashi, her rehabilitation is also going well. Each day is progressively better. Shijo is constantly inspiring her and helping her out, so I don't have to worry. By the way, Bad End has completely disappeared. Yeah, the game's webpage is gone also. The author is gone, and the game hasn't somehow cursed us with its existence again. Thank goodness. From the day Bad End had completely disappeared from the internet, the devoted posters on the BBS and on an anonymity board who had been wanting a copy were sad, but if only they knew what was in store for them, they would have stayed the hell away from it from the start. Do you think a game like that will be made again? I honestly don't know. Even if there was, I'd never play it. That's a relief. If you die without me, I'd be all alone. Coco folded her arms over me and gave me a warm embrace. I lost my best friend to this whole tragedy, but in the end, I was happy. If I learned anything, it's that a small misunderstanding can make a mountain out of a molehill. That was just part of the human nature. Therefore, I wouldn't be surprised if something similar to Bad End was created again someday. Hopefully it'd get deleted before anyone got hurt, injured, or worse, killed. All I could do is pray that it wouldn't come to that. Boop boop doop boop. Staff. Story design. Oh, this is slow. Character CG. Background CG material. Aside. BGM material. Dojin Game Makers. SC material. Bastet Tail. Siroshiki material. Logo and system designs. Hukigente designs. English translation. Jimmy Logan. Store text translation. Jimmy Logan, Tao Yiran, Marcel Wires. Program. This stuff. Planning. This person. This thing. Ending number 14. True End. Yo! I got the true end! Yo! It's said that there is a game in which a person that dies in the game will also die in real life. I'm playing it right now. So what's the title of this game? You're next! Jeez. Thank you for playing. Your score evaluation is as follows. This evaluation is based on the first playthrough. Being such, you probably made a few wrong decisions, which is natural. The evaluation is decided by how many times you encountered Bad End from start to finish. The final score is not influenced by a second playthrough and onwards. The score is permanent on the first playthrough. We appreciate your understanding. I intentionally was seeking out bad ends. That's not fair. I didn't know this was a thing. So don't feel like you did poorly based on this score. The only way to get the highest possible score is to not make a single mistake. I was intentionally trying to make mistakes. This isn't fair. I didn't know this was a thing. Now for your evaluation. Rank G. Kyuhei died on the first choice. That's really sad. Christ. Alright. Well, that was fun. I'll probably search for other endings. Might record those other endings and so on. I could have split this episode into 2, but I thought I was so close to the end and it ended up being like 18 minutes over what I would normally do anyway. Anyway, if you stuck through this, thanks. Hope you had a good time. Hope you had fun. I had fun. I might do bonus episodes of other endings. And, great. So, get out of here. Hope you guys have a great day. And, bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.